Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the latest coin in the brand new Star Wars series as issued by the Royal Mint, and that is of course the X-Wing Fighter. Right here in this box I have the all new 1 ounce silver proof, so without any further delay let's take a look and see what it includes. Okay, so the first thing you'll see is all the silver proofs issued by the Royal Mint do come in these brown cardboard boxes just to keep them safe, and I do like to keep all my proofs in these brown boxes. Just in case I was ever going to resell, I think it makes it a little bit more appealable to anybody looking to purchase one. So if we open up the brown box, what we'll see is that the silver proofs do come in these little boxes just like this one right here. This is quite typical of the boxes that these silver proofs are issued in, and on the front right there we have an absolutely fantastic depiction of an X-Wing fighter, which I must say I really do think is one of the coolest space fighters from science fiction. But with that being the case, if we have a look at the back of the box, we can see we have a little bit of blurb which reads, "Since its first appearance in Star Wars A New Hope in 1977, the X-Wing has become one of the most iconic space vehicles in the galaxy and holds a special place in the hearts of Star Wars fans around the world. From its instantly recognisable visage to the myriad of action-packed scenes in which it appears, the X-Wing remains the integral part of Star Wars folklore to this day. Join us as we celebrate this beloved spacecraft with a UK coin inspired by the Rebel Alliance's trustworthy X-Wing." And right there on the sides, as per the other silver proofs, we have the Star Wars logo. Just here on the other side, we can see the details of Star Wars X-Wing 2024 UK 1 ounce silver proof. Okay, so opening the box, if you just give me one moment, we have another box, and it's a little bit like Pass for Parsons, isn't it? Box, a box, a box. But we have a leaflet right here, and this contains loads of absolutely brilliant fun facts and trivia pertaining to the X-Wing fighter and also the Star Wars series in general. So I'll have a quick flick through the leaflet. If you do want to read it, just feel free to pause the video and read it at your own leisure, but we'll have a quick look at each of the page. As you can see, on one side you have a bit of text and a bit of information accompanied by some sort of diagram or image from the film. Okay, so almost there. Just a few more pages left to go, and as I say, if you are interested into what it says, just please feel free to pause the video, and that's it. So at the end we do have some really fun facts, which I might just go through those very quickly. The first of which being, many consider the X-Wing as the successor to the ARC 170 and Z95 Headhunter used during the Clone Wars, both of which bear a strong resemblance to the X-Wing. In creating the X-Wing battle sequences, George Lucas watched footage of planes dogfighting during the Second World War for inspiration, emulating them in the X-Wing scenes. One of the more distinctive sounds to appear in the franchise, the audio effect for the X-Wing uses the sound of a passing artillery shell. Whilst most of the X-Wing's appearances in the original Star Wars were achieved with miniature models, a full-size X-Wing was specially made for the Yavin 4 Rebel base scene. And as I say, just a few little fun facts about the X-Wing fighter right there for you all. So now we're on to the nitty-gritty, the actual coin itself. And as usual, as per all the silver proofs the Royal Mint issue, they do come in these rather elegant and stylish Royal Mint boxes. But if we open that up, the first thing we'll see is we have the certificate of authenticity. As you can see, Star Wars X-Wing 2024 UK 1 ounce silver proof coin, and this one right here is issue 821 out of a maximum mintage of 3010. If we have a quick look in here, we do have the coin specifications, being the denomination of £2, the issuing authority is the United Kingdom, the alloy is 999 fine silver, the weight is 31.21 grams, and the diameter is 38.61 millimeters. The obverse was designed by Martin Jennings. The reverse was designed by Lucasfilms Limited. It's to approved quality, and the maximum coin mintage is 3010. And right here we have a bit of information just regarding the Royal Mint and the fact that it's been in operation since 1282. And once again, if you are interested, just please feel free to pause the screen and give that a little read in your own leisure. Okay, so we'll pop that back in the box, and the only thing left now to have a look at is the actual coin itself. So right here we have the X-Wing design. We've got a lenticular feature at the top which changes between the X-Wing... Oh, sorry, I'll bring that in view. There we go, we can actually see it now. So we've got the X-Wing fighter, and that is changing to the sign of the Rebel Alliance. Right there we have the X-Wing itself, and below that we have the Star Wars logo with the designer Lucasfilms Limited just to the side right there. On the other side, the obverse, we have the standard Martin Jennings depiction of King Charles. He's facing to the left, and we have the artist initials MJ just below the truncation of his neckline. Around the effigy of King Charles III, we can see a legend that reads, Charles III, by grace of God, King, Defender of the Faith, £2, 2024. It has a reeded edge, which would traditionally act as a counter-clipping measure, stopping people from being able to clip just a little bit of silver from the edge of each coin. But nowadays, I think it's just a nice little touch that they put a bit of reeding on the edge. I do much prefer a reeded edge to a plain edge. It makes me feel like it's more of a medallion than a coin when it has a plain edge, just like the 1 ounce Philharmonics. Okay, so that is, as I say, the latest coin, which is coin number 3 in the current series, the iconic vehicles of Star Wars. The first coin we had issued was the Millennium Falcon. Next up was the TIE Fighter, and as I say, this time it is the X-Wing Fighter. We have one more coin to complete the series, which is going to be the Death Star. So it looks like they've done it alternatively between a light side vehicle, dark side vehicle, light side vehicle, and we're going to finish off with another dark side vehicle. The Star Wars items issued by the Royal Mint haven't been the most popular. The latest bar that they've released really hasn't been popular at all. I'm not a massive fan of the design of that one myself. I have ordered it just because I've got the rest of the Star Wars Royal Mint pieces and I wanted to have it for the collection. It still hasn't arrived as of yet, so I don't know how it looks in person. As soon as it does arrive, I will be reviewing it for the channel. We get to see it in a little closer detail. But I really think they've done a much better job with this series being the iconic vehicles. I'm not sure if the design of the vehicles just work a bit better than the photos of or the photographic portraits on the first series, but I really do think this is a great series. It's got some fantastic designs on it, and it's a really nice walk down memory lane as I grew up being a huge fan of the Star Wars films. Okay, so that's pretty much the coin in its entirety. It's very reminiscent to the other coins in this series, especially the packaging, but I am a huge fan of the design of this one. I just love the X-Wing from being a child, so I think this one is possibly my favourite of the series up to yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to commit to that because I am a big fan of the Millennium Falcon, and I thought the TIE Fighter looked great too, so much happier with the designs that are coming through on this series than on the previous series. I think they're fantastic coins, and I'm hoping they'll do well going forward, but as we well know, only time will tell on that one. But as I say, that is the brand new X-Wing Fighter as issued by the Royal Mint, and we'll just pop it right there just like that while I finish the video. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time today. I really do appreciate you watching along, but please do let me know in the comments of the video what your thoughts are on this coin. Have you collected this series? Did you collect the previous series? What are your thoughts on the design so far? Which is your favourite of the coins we've had issued as of yet? Are you a fan of the Millennium Falcon, the TIE Fighter, or the X-Wing? Definitely let me know in the comments because I'll be more than interested to find out. Okay, so with that being the case, that's probably about all I've got time for today. So I'm going to leave you all by saying, until next time, as usual, look after each other, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.